did you have like somebody you saw, you like, I want to do that, or did you just like fall into like the comedy club part of it?
I was in a little situation one time. I was in a work release center, and it was a dude named Daryl Outlaw who was sleeping in the higher bunk than me. He was up there laughing, and I was like, "What you laughing at?" And he had a Walkman. Remember those Walkmans that you put your tape cassette in?
I'm not young, I remember.
Put the tape cassette in, and he was laughing. I was like, "What you laughing at?" And that was the first time I heard Richard Pryor.
Oh, wow.
You know, I ain't really hear Richard Pryor till I was 21, 22 years old.
Right.
It was like when I heard him talking, I was like, man, he's talking about some stuff that I've seen around here.
Right.
By the time I've seen Def Comedy Jam come on, I was like, oh, I can do that.
Right.
But Richard Pryor definitely showed me where, you know, I could use my own material.
You remember the first time you
went on
did stand
stage?
up? Yeah.
Yep.
Was it a good experience?
The first time I ever did stand up was at my grandmother's retirement party. It was called Mama Let's Cook. My grandmother had retired from the deaf school from working there for 40-some years. And all the kids, because my grandmother had all these grandkids, all of them wanted to come up on stage and do a talent in front of her.
Do a little talent, baby.
Yeah. So we all went up, and of course I did her. I put a little wig on and got up and cussed and did all that stuff in front of everybody. They laughed. So that was my first stand-up.
Okay, and then so what was your first experience like in a club?
I went to this place called Ty Wilson's Comedy Club. Mm-hmm. I looked it up in the phone book. Back in the day, that's when you wanted to find something. You look in the phone book. I went in the phone book and looked up comedy clubs, and it said Ty Wilson's Comedy Club, 4336 Shaylin Avenue.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I looked on there, and I called, and I asked them when's Ty Wilson's comedy open mic night. So Ty Wilson, it was a dude. His name was Tyrone Wilson, but he lied and told everybody he was Ken the Flip Wilson and made people come to his show. So I'm thinking, I told my mother and them, I said, man, I'm going to a comedy club. Went up there, signed up for Ty Wilson's Comedy Club, and then they had another comedy competition that was on the radio done by this guy named Terry. All these people are dead. Rest in peace to all of them. The guy Terry that put the show on is dead. One of the comedy guys I went to, I mean, like, man, telling these stories are crazy. But anyway, rest in peace to two other of my friends.
I like to start by bringing the guests down. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Everybody gone. You know, that's what's so amazing about sitting here talking about my journey.
Yeah.
Is that everybody in the beginning of my journey is rest in peace.
Yeah, but you still here.
Through the grace of God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He must ain't done with my ass yet.
Right. So you did this comedy competition? And
they vetted me. I won the comedy competition, and I got drunk before I went on stage, and made everybody laugh. And I was on the radio. So everybody in the neighborhood stuff heard me on the local radio like, come back next week. Mike Epps, the winner of Club Seville's. Come back this week. So the whole city came. And I got arrogant and put on a suit and shit and got booed off stage.
You know what? My first time doing stand-up, I did well.
And the second time?
And that's how I was, feeling myself. Everybody come, dressed, everything. And I
the second time I got booed off stage. I was like, what? But I was wild. I was like, fuck y'all, motherfuckers. Fuck y'all, motherfuckers.
But they say that's how you know that you're going to do it, because if you can feel that, get booed, and say fuck y'all, and do it again.
The third time, I was serious. I came back. And
the fact that you came back, a lot of people won't.
Hell yeah, I came back and won again. But I was like, oh, I'm out of here. So I moved to Atlanta because at the time, everybody was moving to Atlanta. I started doing comedy for a year, and that didn't work. I mean, you know, it worked, but that ain't Hollywood. So I moved to New York.
And is that where you got Def Jam?
Yeah, that's where I did Def Jam.
So is that an audition process or referral or?
I went to this club called the Peppermint Lounge in New Jersey. Peppermint Lounge was hosted by Bill Bellamy.
Okay.
And that's where a guy named Bob Sumner, who did Def Comedy Jam.
Everybody know Bob.
Everybody know Bob. Bob Sumner was doing Def Comedy Jam and picking talent all the time. So of course I had to meet him. I met Bob Sumner, and he put me on Def Comedy Jam.
Was that one of those? And it changed my life experiences.
I mean, yeah,
Or
it
move you
changed it for
forward.
that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was definitely my start.